Today I'm going to go over what apps helped me in Korea. So the first app is called Rail Ninja. To save a little bit of money, we decided to take the train from Busan to Seoul, and I used a app called Rail Ninja to purchase tickets for the subway. And what I really liked about it was that you can see it on your desktop or on your phone. And the app has a really nice interface. You can purchase the subway tickets through the app directly. And all you do is just enter in your information, where you're trying to go, and it'll pull up a QR code with your information and your passenger's information as well. So it's all conveniently in one app versus booking it online through some other place, and you have to dig through your emails and get your tickets that way. So the next app, I talked about it in the Osaka tips, but Klook. Klook, for those of you who don't know, it's a site where you can get discounted experiences. It's kind of similar to Groupon in that sense, but they do offer a website experience and an app. Through the app, I booked tickets for the Busan cable car experience that we did, and it's really cool. You just present your ticket through a QR code on the mobile app, and that's it. I definitely would recommend looking into Klook and purchasing your experiences through that website, because they do hold sales periodically throughout the year. And I am a Klook affiliate, so I'll put some discounted experiences and any sort of other type of discounts that relate to the content in this video down in the description. So check it out if you want. So the next app that you should download if you're visiting Korea is Naver. So Naver is Korea's version of Google Maps. And it's kind of like Google Maps and Yelp together, because you can search for nearby restaurants and see what other people think about it. You can see like reviews, where it's located, and it also tells you like the menu items as well for some of the places. Naver Map is definitely one to download before you visit Korea. You can use Google Maps, but it's not as accurate. I also found that some of the translations for the restaurants that we were going to, it looked different than what it appeared in Naver. So being that the restaurant is in Korea, I trust Naver's translation a bit more than Google's. If you're gonna go to Korea, definitely go Naver and sign up for an account. Build your itinerary, like the restaurants and stuff you want to experience through that account. Save it on your favorites, and it's easier that way. Now, Uber is possible. It does work in Korea, but it's not very reliable. There were so many times where I tried to call an Uber and the app would just like refresh and refresh, like trying to find a driver nearby. And I don't really know why that is. Maybe Uber's not that popular in Korea, or there aren't many drivers. I'm not sure. But I would download a separate app to get around if the train or like buses aren't gonna work out for some reason, and you want to call a taxi. The one that I came across, it's called K.ride. K.ride. So it's designed specifically for foreigners, and you can call a taxi through that app and pay through that app as well. So I do have to warn you, service isn't available in the US. It only works in Korea. So set it up early in your trip. So for me personally, I liked K.ride better because it was easier. It's actually designed specifically for foreigners, whereas like Kakao Taxi, it's more for like locals. So if you like speak the language, it's great. But yeah, I would definitely go with K.ride. I wish I learned about that app sooner, but you live and you learn, you know? The next app, I thought I was going to use it more often, but I actually didn't, is Kakao Talk. So Kakao Talk is basically like a messenger app. You can chat with businesses or with people, taxis too, they use it. I actually use WhatsApp more than Kakao Talk. And to be quite honest, I prefer WhatsApp versus the latter because WhatsApp is easier to use. So I used WhatsApp when I was setting my facial appointment, and I used it to communicate with the front desk and the people at the businesses. WhatsApp, I would download and set that up beforehand just so that you're up and ready to go when you land in Korea. This I did not know about until after. Busan Pay, it is a physical card and an app that you can use where you can load your money into the card and use that instead of cash. You know, sometimes carrying cash around can be kind of weird. You know, you feel a little bit awkward, especially if it's like a large sum. So for just peace of mind, you can put it onto the Busan Pay card, and use it at restaurants. There's no like foreign transaction fee because it's their specific card. We stumbled upon Busan Pay when we were exchanging our yen to won. But the caveat is you can only use it in Busan. So if you're only going to Busan and you're staying in Busan for your trip, that's great, right? If you're not, then you know whatever money that you put into that card, I'm pretty sure you can't use. So that's something to think about as well. And next, these two apps, they were helpful for me. It's called Balance Check, and you can use it to check the balance on your T-Money card. For some reason, their balance check app that they use in Korea and developed in Korea, it didn't work for my US phone. So I had to find an alternative. And balance check was the alternative. It's really good. You just have to turn on your NFC and you can check your T-Money card balance whenever you like. And finally, the last app that I downloaded was All Currency. I decided to download an app because I knew I was going to use that converter for the duration of my trip. So that was easier to me, you know. There's a bunch that I tried early on in Japan, but for me, All Currency was better because the interface is kind of like a calculator. So you just input how much yen and there's a drop down list. You can put like what you're trying to convert the money into, whether it's USD or won, yen, and that's it. You just hit equals. You'll definitely have a great time in Korea. There's so many things to experience and see there. And eat too. So you'll have a good time.